Hey YouTube, this is Wrestling Amusement Park Fan 62. This is the Whytt 6 debut thoughts and talking about it. Now, 2 weeks ago, the Whytt 6 debuted on Monday Night Raw at the end of the show. And the way this was presented was very well done. It almost looked out of like a horror movie. So you had the fog everywhere. You had Nikki Cross playing Sister Abigail or Abby the Witch, coming out and like from the girl from the ring, and then how she pointed to the back, and then you go to the back area and you see it like it all dismantled. And you see all these different stars, or white members there, and it was just so well done. Especially seeing like the lights flickering, like sparks flying, what looks like blood on the wall, and all this stuff. It was just extremely well put together, and it was one of those things where you could tell that was another big difference compared to Vince McMahon. So let's talk about the Whytt 6 members and who possibly could join. So first you have Uncle Howdy, who's played by Bray's real life brother, Bo Dallas. He played Bo Dallas originally, or he played Uncle Howdy originally, but after his passing in August of last year, a lot of these plans got put on hold. Next, you have Abby the Witch, or Sister Abigail. I'm not entirely sure how they're going to be saying who she is played by Nikki Cross. Now, she fits this perfectly because partially of her sanity character she had in NXT and early main roster run. Next, you have Rambling Rabbit, played by Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan has ties to Bray Wyatt from the Wyatt family on their main roster run. And one of the cool things he has, if you watch the video, is he has like a mallet with the word help on it. It looks like it's written in blood. Well, the cool thing is, that also looks like it's ties to when Eric Rowan was in the Bludgeon Brothers with the other member of the Wyatt family, Luke Harper. So that was sort of a cool thing. Next, you have Mercy the Buzzard, who is played by Dexter Lumis. Now, Dexter Lumis' character is interesting because it's like a silent killer type gimmick where he comes out, he never speaks, hardly, and he kind of, when he gets in the ring, just crawls with his hands. He has like these icy blue eyes. So if you go back and watch NXT during the pandemic, it was some of the cool things to see with that. Next you have Mercy the Buzzard, played by Joe Gacy from NXT. And Joe Gacy was, at the time for a while, was playing what looked like Bray Wyatt's original gimmick, which was the cult leader. He had this group called Schism. I think that's how you say it. And so they were trying to portray happiness and all this other stuff. So who is the sixth member going to be? Now, there are multiple scenarios on who it could be. First of it is Braun Strowman, with Braun's past with Bray Wyatt. I'm not entirely sure if that's the route they're going to do, just because of Braun with his stuff right now with Alpha Academy, more the Judgment Day stuff. The next one is Alexa Bliss, who was with Bray Wyatt / The Fiend during the pandemic. And it's heavily rumored and speculated she is going to be the sixth member. So, or it's going to be Bray in spirit. Now, I do think Bray in spirit is always going to be with the group, just because he was the one who wanted this, and unfortunately, due to his passing, it got put on hold a while. Now, the other thing is, this Uncle Howdy is going to be taken more seriously than the somewhat cartoonish of Uncle Howdy before. So, you have that. Now, what's next for the group? Now, if you watched Raw last week, they had two segments with the Wyatt Six group. First, one of the big ones was the one because Raw was in Indianapolis, so they had Abby the Witch give Michael Cole a tape in a box, and for them to try and find to see what was on it. Now, we go to what was on the tape, and it was basically Uncle Howdy interviewing Bo Dallas on the passing of Bray, along with this other stuff. And it was very well done because it, one, had that old VHS feel to it. Second of all, there was no shenanigans regarding it. It was just Uncle Howdy interviewing Bo Dallas. So, what is next? Well, there are several possibilities the way they're going to go with this. Unfortunately, I don't see them wrestling anytime soon, because they're going to continue building a story to something. And I do think in about 2 weeks, something big could possibly happen, as on July 15th in 2019 was The Fiend's debut. So I do think they're going to be pushing for something major to happen. What entirely, I'm not entirely sure, but it is going to be rather interesting. Now, the biggest thing about it going to be who exactly they're going to target. Because if you watch the Raw debut of the Whytt 6 during the Seth Rollins promo, you could see Uncle Howdy way up looking at Seth as a potential target, as he was with The Fiend back in 2019. Or there's possibly going to be others in here as well. And if Alexa would come back and join as well, I could see her and Nikki going after some of the women and going after the tag team titles. But it is going to be rather interesting on how they're going to do this. I want to hear from you. What do you think about the Whytt 6? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Do you think it's just a bunch of hocus pocus?